Hey everybody, and welcome back to another lecture with Coding with Roby. And in this lecture, we're going to create our first HTML file that gets rendered from FastAPI using Jinja templates. So the first thing we're going to need to do is create a new directory called templates. Now let's right click on templates and say new HTML file. And I'm going to name this HTML file home. So now inside our templates directory, we have one file called home.html. And now inside this title, I'm going to say FastAPI. And inside the body, I'm going to just have one h1 tag saying, welcome to this FastAPI course. We have our doc type as HTML. We have our HTML wrapper with language English. We have our header with a meta char set of UTF-8, a title of FastAPI, and a single body with inside the body we have our h1 tag saying welcome to this FastAPI course. Now we definitely want this to be able to render. So let's hop on over to our routers todos.py file and let's open up our terminal. So before we can proceed, we need to install a few more requirements. The first being AIO files. So pip install AIO files. And you may already have the requirement satisfied. It really depends on your virtual environment that you're using. And now let's also install Jinja 2. And as you can also see, I already have this satisfied as well. But just remember, you need to install AIO files and Jinja 2. Once those are installed, let's jump back over to our todos.py file and let's import two new things from FastAPI. The first being from FastAPI.responses, import HTML response. The second being from FastAPI.templating, import Jinja 2 templates. And now right under models.base.metadata, let's create another one-liner, but this time we're defining a variable of templates to be equal to Jinja 2 templates, and then we have to point to the directory of where these Jinja 2 templates live, which is going to be the templates directory. And now under this to-do.base model, and right above our first API request, let's create a new request. Here I'm going to say router.get/test. And then I'm going to create a new function, which is async def. I'm just going to name the function test. And here as the parameters, we need to pass in request, which is of type request. And we're going to have to import that. So let's scroll back to the top, and from FastAPI, let's just import request after API router. And now let's go back down to our async def test function. And now let's do return templates.template response. And here, let's just say home.html, comma, request in brackets. And really what this is your context. And we must return our request, remember requests and responses, back to the file that's going to be rendered. And I'll go over more information about what the context actually means. But for now, let's open up our terminal and let's type in uvicorn main:\app --reload. And from here, let's type in /todo/test. And look, there we have it. Welcome to this FastAPI course. This wraps up the first lecture on getting our templates directory rendering our first HTML file. And I will see you in the next video.